Let me ask you a quick question. Do you currently have a property you'd like to rent out, but you're nervous? Maybe you're worried about scams. Maybe you've listed your property already, but no one is inquiring. Or maybe you simply feel overwhelmed because you don't even know where to start. If any of that sounds familiar, you're not alone. These are actually the three biggest problems we hear from property owners all the time. And the good news is every one of them has a solution. So to introduce myself, hi, I'm Linza, also known as the Introvert Landlord. And over the last several years, my husband and I have generated hundreds of thousands of dollars in rental income while barely speaking with our tenants. And that is true. Not because we avoid them, but because we built a system that works quietly in the background. And today I want to share how that system works. Before we talk about the strategy, we have to talk about the three things that hold most people back from renting their property. Most people don't struggle in rentals because the opportunity isn't real. They struggle because they get stuck in fear or confusion. One of the biggest fears landlords have is simple. Who is going to live in my property? Are they trustworthy? Will they pay rent on time? Will they take care of the home? Or are they trying to scam me? And honestly, those concerns are valid. There are plenty of stories online about bad tenants, damaged properties, or people refusing to leave. Because of that, many property owners hesitate to rent at all. But here's what most miss. The real issue usually isn't the tenant. The real issue is not having a system to screen and verify who is renting your property. When you know how to properly vet tenants, verify employment, and structure your lease correctly, the fear of scams or bad tenants drops dramatically. Another frustrating situation many landlords experience is this. You list your property online, you wait, and nothing happens. No inquiries, no messages, just silence. And after a while, you start wondering if something is wrong with your property. Is the price too high? Are the photos bad? Is the location not attractive? But the real issue is often something much simpler. Most listings fail because they try to attract everyone instead of a specific type of tenant. When you try to attract everyone, you usually attract no one. Another challenge we hear all the time is people saying, I want to rent my property, but I don't even know where to start. Should you do Airbnb? Should you rent long term? Should you furnish it? Should you hire a property manager? There are so many opinions online that people become overwhelmed. And when people become overwhelmed, they delay taking action, sometimes for months, sometimes for years. When we first started renting properties, we dealt with all three of these problems ourselves. We didn't know where to start. We were worried about the wrong tenants. And our early listings didn't perform the way we expected. But eventually, we discovered something that completely changed our rental business. Midterm rentals for traveling nurses and healthcare professionals. Traveling nurses are medical professionals who take temporary assignments in different cities. Most of their contracts last between 8 and 13 weeks. That creates a really unique opportunity for landlords. Instead of constant turnover with guests staying only a few nights, you can have one professional tenant staying for several months. That means fewer turnovers, fewer messages, and far less stress. Health professionals are usually focused on their work. They typically want a clean, quiet place to stay while they complete their contract. They aren't looking for parties or weekend getaways. They simply want a comfortable place to rest while they work long hours helping people. And that changes the entire experience for a landlord. As introverts, this model worked perfectly for us. We didn't want constant guest communication. We didn't want our phones buzzing all the time. We didn't want new people moving in every few days. Midterm rentals created a system where the property could generate income with far less interaction and far fewer issues. In many cases, once a traveling nurse moves in, we barely hear from them during their stay. They are busy with their job and simply appreciate having a reliable place to stay. Once we implemented this strategy, everything changed. Our rentals became more stable, our tenants stayed longer, and the constant stress that many landlords experience disappeared. Over time, this system helped us generate hundreds of thousands in rental income. But even more important than the income was the peace of mind. After sharing this strategy with other property owners, we started hearing the same thing over and over again. People would say, I wish I had someone to show me this sooner, because most new hosts spend months or even years trying to figure everything out on their own. That's exactly why we created the Introvert Landlord course. We wanted to create something that walks property owners through the process step by step, so they don't have to guess their way through it. Inside the course, we show you how to prepare your property for midterm rentals, how to attract traveling nurses and healthcare professionals, where to list your property so the right tenants find it, and how to properly screen tenants so you protect both your property and your income. The course is truly designed to remove the guesswork so you can move forward with clarity and confidence. If you currently have a property you'd like to rent, but fear, confusion, or uncertainty has been holding you back, this program was created specifically for you. Right now, we're offering access to the Introvert Landlord course, which includes lifetime access to all the modules, along with weekly coaching sessions